What's up, everybody? We are back for the UFC 269 podcast. We got the Magic and MMA, Magic and Andrew MMA betting podcast. Special guest today, we got Jack Mack. What's going on, man?
What's up? Really excited to be here. This should be fun. Yeah, I mean, let's just get into it.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I'll kick it with you for the first fight of the night. We're gonna go in best fight odds order for those following. Jillian Robertson versus Priscilla Cachuera. What do you got?
Uh, you know, this one, it feels like it's a big line for Jillian Robertson, but Priscilla is not very good at all. She's kind of a trash can, tomato can, as they say. I don't want to lay the minus 400 on Jillian. I feel like I'm just gonna sit this one out. Maybe there's some value somewhere, but for the most part, I mean, I'm not gonna bet Priscilla, but Jillian at minus 400. I don't know. I just can't swallow that.
For sure. Magic, what do you got?
Yeah, Cachoeira is a fucking bum. No disrespect. I don't know how she's on a 2-win streak. Like, how is this possible in the UFC?
Because that ref stood her up in the Mazzani fight.
Yes.
God bless him, because I had the fight doesn't go the distance, and she was just laying there on half guard, and James Krause was like, oh, stay in half guard, and I was like, no, pass, pass, and it was Tognoni, right, who stood the fight up, and well, whatever, she died. She's not very good either. Cachoeira, I mean, she has nothing. She has a little bit of power, and it's obviously on the juice. And that's it. She's a bad fighter. This is not rocket science. Robertson is going to shoot for a single leg, and if she can get it, that's probably the fight. Fight doesn't go the distance, it's all right, around minus 200 or so. Yeah, I like Robertson. I think Robertson by knockout is probably the sleeper prop for this fight, because she's not a good athlete. She's not powerful physically, and Cachoeira is, and I think she may have some trouble keeping her down. Not keeping her down, but controlling her. You know what I mean? Like in the Sarah Frota fight, and she's going to go for elbows on mount and things like that. I mean, I think Cachoeira is going to get mounted, and she's not going to even be able to give up her back. You know what I mean? I mean, hear me out. Robertson round 3 knockout is plus 3,300. So yeah. Do you think you beat Cachoeira in a fight?
Say that again.
Do you think you can take Cachoeira in the octagon?
Yeah. Do you think I could take Cachuera?
I don't know. I tweeted this, and like 4 people answered, but a lot of people were in my DMs talking about this. Why are you not answering in the tweet? I think you know what's happening. I think a lot of people that are cool with me don't want to be recognized in public as my friends. You know what I mean? Because I'm like the worst person on MMA Twitter for the public, and they are embarrassed to be associated with me or something like that.
Oh wait, you said Kai Kara France?
No, Cachoeira. Then I asked about Kai Kara France, but nobody responded.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude, I would hope so. I'm a 175-pound male that wrestled for 17 years. Like, I would hope so. Like, if not, there's issues there. Not that I want to or that I would. Like, I just hope that I would be able to if the situation presented itself.
It's like people are in my DMs, and some of them are saying, I was discussing this with my friends, and a lot of people say, oh, she's a UFC fighter. Are you crazy? I mean, man, no disrespect, but I will do whatever I want to Priscilla Cachoeira. Like, I will finish her with the Batista bomb probably, or something like that, or a banana split.
Yeah, that's definitely glad we covered that. I'm going to, yeah, this is going to be on CNN after tonight, but yeah, I agree with a lot of what you guys said. I think fight doesn't go the distance is good. I think if Robertson gets her down, she's probably going to finish her. I think if whatever reason she can't, which I don't think that's going to happen, but if she can't get her down, Cachuera actually hits pretty hard for the division.
She's dying 100%. If she doesn't get takedown, she's dying. Robertson reacts horribly to punches.
Would you? I'd do anything to hang out with Sean Strickland. That guy's like my spirit animal.
Man, it's clearly Jiri is clearly the good option there. I mean, do you want to be murdered?
Yeah. Anyway, next up we got Tony Kelly versus Randy Costa. This one's gonna be a banger. Jack, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I don't have the best read on this one. I feel I've seen some people like Tony Kelly. I don't have the best read, so I'm just gonna give it to Magic.
Randy Costa is not very good. I think the guy has people all confused about being this elite striker for 5 minutes. He's not. I mean, he's very long and powerful and fast, and he just keeps people at bay with volume and with his attributes, and then gasses and dies. If he doesn't get you out, he fucking dies every time. I mean, Tony Kelly is a tough motherfucker. He doesn't quit, and Costa doesn't have much grappling at all, it seems. I played Tony Kelly props late. I mean, this is a must. If he doesn't die, he's running over Costa late, I think. But could die in the first round. Fight doesn't go the distance, it's all right. It's a little bit juice, but it's all right. I don't trust Costa. He's round one or bust in pretty much every fight, I think.
Yeah, man. I went into this fight thinking that Randy Costa was gonna kind of roll through Tony Kelly, but didn't come out feeling the same. Like I still favor him, and I think I don't know, like Kelly has a lot of the same issues I feel like that Costa does in the sense where he kind of just goes for it right off the bat. But Sean would probably try to make a move on me. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the price might be a little wide, but not enough that I took the shot. I think fight doesn't go the distance. I see it's like minus 225 in some spots. I feel like that's pretty safe. Costa fights in general, just I don't really see many going the distance, but not reinventing the wheel there. This one is a fun one. Derrick Minner versus Ryan Hall. We have a grappler's delight. Jack Mack, what do you got for me?
No, I saw this line. I was a little surprised. I mean, Hall's last fight was against Pedro, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like I think that was probably. I think that was right around the time I was started to follow Magic on Twitter, or probably even like maybe a few months in, and I was like telling everybody, you have to bet Tapora. Like everyone in for some reason Barstool, because they just some people go down to, I think there's a Gracie's Jiu-Jitsu down the road. Everyone just loves Ryan Hall. They're like, he's gonna win. And I think we did a watch along on with Robbie Fox watching that fight. Ryan Hall, I just like minus 200. Am I crazy to think Minner could win this by KO? He's plus 600 in some places to somehow knock Ryan Hall out. Plus 170. I can't imagine betting on Ryan Hall. That would just be, I don't know. You might as well just bet him by submission or something. But yeah, that's pretty much my read on the fight.
Cool. Magic, do you agree with that?
I played doesn't go distance. It's all right. Minus 150. Fight ends by submission is plus 100. That's not bad, but I mean, I think Ryan Hall is going to submit him because Minner gasses, and every time he gets put in a bad position, he gets submitted. It's kind of wild. But the guy is dangerous himself. He can jump on your neck. He has a little bit of power. I actually think Hall is probably the best striker of the two. Like I had a dream about this fight, and Hall was beating the shit out of him on the feet. I'm losing my mind while sleeping or something. But yeah, I think Hall is going to win the stand-up. Yeah, that was my dream. Hall was beating the shit out of him, and then he got his leg and got an Ibar. Not a heel hook, an Ibar, okay?
Yeah, I don't know what to think of this fight. Part of me thinks that if Minner has a decent game plan, he could be live here. But I think he's just going to go back to his roots, just kind of try to initiate grappling with Hall and then end up getting submitted. Not in love with laying minus 200 on Hall just because we haven't seen that much of him lately. He's getting up there in age. He doesn't fight very often. He's not very physically imposing. If Magic has a dream, I'll bet on it. Yeah, he's like Martin Luther King having a dream over here. But yeah, I think Hall probably wins. I'm not looking to lay minus 200 on it, but definitely looking forward to that fight from a fan perspective.
Topuria made it look easy, but man, Derrick Minner is not Topuria. And he's going to get put in awkward positions grappling.
We had a max bet on Superior on that fight. That was a fun one. But anyway, moving on, we have Alex Perez versus Matt Schnell. Jack, what do you got?
So this is the first time we've seen Perez since he headlined the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, since he fought Davison.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just gonna. I'm not a big fan of Schnell. I remember his fight against Tyson Nam, which he won and split, I think. I mean, the price tag at minus 300 doesn't really intrigue me, but I don't have the best read on this. I haven't seen Perez. I mean, what was that, the summer of, that was what, 2020? So Yeah, it's been a while since Perez has been in the ring. I'm not sure why his activity's been so low. Maybe you guys can.
I think this got scheduled a couple times and then moved or something, right? An
Yeah.
injury and then it got moved or something. I think so. I don't remember very well, but I think that's the case. I think this has been scheduled like 3 times at least.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like Perez does whatever he wants, but again, yeah. So I don't have the best read on this one.
Yeah, Perez is my boy. I'm a big Perez believer. I bet Davison against him by submission. That was cool. But Perez is my boy. I think he's championship material. I think Perez beats Brandon Moreno right now.
Okay.
He has all the upside here, I think. Striking, grappling. Schnell is a fucking fraud. I tell this every time he fights. I think he's a fraud. He cannot take a punch and he goes out and instead of grappling, he acts like he's Floyd Mayweather. I don't know what he's doing. I think Perez is going to touch him up and knock him out early. That's it. But I don't trust Perez chin too much. He could get clipped and subbed or something. Doesn't go distance, even money or plus money is pretty good. But yeah, I think Perez rolls. I'm not betting minus 300 money line, obviously.
Yeah, similar thoughts here. I'm not going to go too much deeper into that one, but I'll kick us off for the next one because I like this spot a lot. I think Miranda Maverick's going to beat Erin Blanchfield. I think she's the more physical fighter. She's fought the better competition. She's the better striker. I bet Blanchfield in her last fight against an absolute tomato can, and she was making me nervous for periods of time on the feet. Like, she's just stupid hittable. Maverick's a bull. She obviously should have won that last fight against Macy Barber, but yeah, I laid minus 130, minus 135 on that. I think it should be a decent amount wider. Yeah, someone said Maverick got raw. I agree. I had nothing on it. I thought it was for sure going to be unanimous for Maverick. I watched it back. Thought it was going to be a unanimous decision for her. Again, watching it back, but that was a weird one. But Jack, do you agree with that? Do you think Maverick's going to take this one?
Yeah, I think Maverick's a bull. Like, I mean, I know Macy. I first of all, I kind of feel like Erin Blanchfield is a lot like Macy Barber. Like, not so much hype. Macy probably had more hype than Erin Blanchfield has had. But I think Miranda's just the more physical fighter. She's going to she's stronger. She's gonna, I don't know, piece her up. Like, maybe Erin will try to grapple a little bit, but I feel like Maverick's just the stronger and not better grappler, but her strength will come in handy. I think she's just she's a dog. She's I think she's from Texas too. She's just made to fight. I like her a lot. I think she's a future, maybe not a future champion, but she'll be around for a while. I don't know why they're the matchmaking here. They just love putting Macy, Erin, and Miranda against each other when they're obviously the future of the division. Seems like you'd rather just let them grow, but whatever. What did that one say?
It said, hang on, I'll put it back up again. So saw Jack. I thought you guys got Edmund Shabazz.
yeah. Edmund Shabazz, yeah.
And I'm seeing Quinn comment here. I thought he was doing a podcast same time. How is this possible?
Where? I don't see it. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Maverick doesn't know how to defend body locks. I don't know, man. Her pure strength and physicality up against the cage, I think, is going to be hard to take her down. And she knows it's coming, too. Magic, do you agree with that or no?
Yeah, I think she should be a much bigger favorite. I don't get the hype around Blanchfield. I mean, she's a good fighter, good grappler, but she's not a good athlete. She's not very strong, doesn't hit hard. And it was fucking depressing that she didn't finish Sarah Alpar last time. That cost me a lot. I think Maverick is going to dictate where the fight goes, and on the feet, I mean, Blanchfield is a fucking punching bag. Her striking defense is a huge red flag. It's so hittable right in front of you. He throws a lot, but somebody is going to light her up bad soon. Maverick by knockout plus 1,000. I mean, why not? I don't think this goes to the mat unless Maverick won. So yeah, or late. I think Blanchfield is going to catch a fucking beating, honestly.
Same.
A lot of people are going to bet Blanchfield. There is huge hype around her.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see it.
Maybe we are wrong and she comes out and fucking smokes Maverick.
Who knows? We'll see.
So.
Could be
you
wrong.
Remember this guy that told me that Maverick was hot?
No. Who said that?
I don't remember one guy. She said she was hot, and then I posted a photo of her Instagram. It's not like I searched for a bad photo. It was a photo of her Instagram where she looks like a tranny. No disrespect.
No disrespect. He says no.
Yeah, dude, I always crack up. You'll just like say something like messed up and then be like, no disrespect.
No
Like,
disrespect.
I'm going to retweet the photo I posted and tag you, Andrew, and you tell me if I'm being if I am exaggerating or not.
No, you know me, bro. I'll shoot straight with you always. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
No,
man,
but that's not the shot. The other photo is like, whoa.
I know we have some differing opinions on this next fight. So, Magic, I'll let you kick this one off. Eric Anders versus Andre Munoz.
This is the first news I have. We have different opinions here. We talk about this?
A long time ago, like when it first got announced.
Did you bet Anders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but what are you doing, Anders? I played Munoz. I parlayed Munoz. I think he's going to look like a big favorite. Like, why not? Do you think he can defend and get gassed and Anders is going to, I don't know, smash him? I think Munoz gets takedowns here, and if he doesn't finish, he can ride 2 rounds on top, I think. And he punches hard. He's like a berserker on the feet when he gets tired, but punches very hard. I mean, what he did to Jacare was impressive. Not that he submitted him, but the way he took him down repeatedly and controlled him, man. I think Anders is fucked. Anders is not very good. I mean, what is he good at?
Is that a rhetorical question, or do you want me to answer? I can't tell.
I mean, he's not good. I think he played football. I think he said he was a linebacker or something. Maybe he was good. Maybe he was a good linebacker, but you see. No, he's not bad, but I think Munoz is better. I think Munoz is going to break the top 10 if he's not already there, which I don't know.
Cool. Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Anders for a while before I got like really into UFC, just because I mean he was the Alabama linebacker that ended up in the UFC. I mean, I don't remember him when he was at Alabama. He was on one of the those first teams the first team that won the Natty in 2009 for them under Saban. But yeah, Anders has never been submitted, right? And that's what it seems like Munoz's game plan, or not game plan, or like go-to is. But I've never been impressed with Anders, even when I was watching him before I got into UFC heavy. And so, yeah, the line movement's been a little bit weird. I think Anders was at plus 150. Now he's down to like plus 120-ish, plus 125. So, yeah, Anders, someone just said on the chat, he'd be great in like a bar brawl because he's massive. No one would want to touch him. But like once you get in the UFC cage, yeah, he's for me.
Yeah, he's a robot. He's not very athletic.
Did
you go to school?
I think we went to Tony Donald. I don't know if that's like a joke or something. I don't know what Tony Donald. Like I don't know if you're trying to like get me with like a joke or something. Yeah.
What the fuck is Tony Donald?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. Like sometimes they put names if you say it fast, like it sounds like dumb.
Yeah, I know.
That one's like
Tony Donald.
Tony Donald.
I'm like waiting for the punchline. I was like, all right, I'll say why I think Anders is the side here. I think Munoz is probably a good bet against some certain people in the division. Like Anders, you said, what is he good at? The way I describe Eric Anders, I feel like he's a B+ everywhere, but he's not an A anywhere. And I think he's just. Go ahead.
He's definitely not a B+, but sorry.
So I'm just gonna ignore that comment. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's the better striker here. He has good cardio. He's better cardio. He's not easy to take down. He's not easy to hold down. Obviously, Munoz has good jiu-jitsu, but I don't know. I think the Jacare, I don't want to call it a fluke. Like people will be like, oh, you just bet Jacare. But like, how often is he going to submit Jacare? I don't think it happens at a super high clip. And Jacare is obviously much past his prime. I don't know. I took an early price on Anders. I took plus 150. I think maybe like a pick'em is about right, or maybe even Munoz a little bit slight of a favorite just because of that grappling upside he does have. But I don't know. I feel like if Anders makes him work, that he's going to probably gas him out and probably
he
finish
gasses
him
if
or
you
win
make
2
him work,
rounds.
but man, I know Anders doesn't get finished and never been submitted, but this is a fucking serious grappler here. He's really good.
I also played the over 1.5 for a little bit. It was like minus 140, which I thought was too short. But anyway, first of all, we have 80 people in this live chat right now, so thank you all for joining us. Thanks,
And
Jack.
nobody's watching the Steelers.
It's a garbage game. We go head to head with whoever the hell we want. Jack, what do you think about Bruno Silva versus the Beverly Hills Ninja Jordan Wright?
I mean, death. I just see death happening. I would assume it's Bruno, but like I wouldn't be shocked if like the Beverly Hills Ninja pulls something out of his back pocket. There's just because there's a competitor sportsbook who's out there. I'm not going to say their name, but that's still laying like fight doesn't start round 3 at minus 180. That's an American sportsbook, which is bizarre because the entire market's at like minus 300 now.
DM me which book so I can go.
Yeah,
play.
no, yeah. I already went to Jersey and play something. Like I can't. It's still out there. Like I saw it on. It wasn't like a fight. You know how sometimes fight odds will say something, you go to the site and it's not. This one's like I saw it there. It's it's the most popular one, Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the book I was thinking about, but
yes.
No free promo. Like fucking pay me if you want promo.
Yeah, exactly. They gave out a lot of money today, to somebody. But I don't like both these guys. Jordan Wright's never seen a round 3. I think Bruno Silva, like Jordan Wright just goes for it. So yeah, fight doesn't go the distance, probably like minus 500 now. But yeah, that's what I see. Just like death. Like this fight's gonna be like this one's gonna be like a viral clip, hopefully, that I'll be able to tweet out from like Barstool Sports.
I just pretty quickly, so
it was my first guess. It was that one. They are bad. They don't adjust anything. I cannot play that here, but that book I cannot use it.
I'm putting the order in right now. Hang on. Give me 2. Keep talking.
Yeah, I think that would be a banger. What do you think? That comment? Jack Mack versus Tony Donald next fight night.
Yeah,
Tony Donald. yes, that's next fight night.
Maybe he was the offensive lineman and you don't remember him, and he's like 250 pounds.
Tony Donald. Oh Jesus! I'm looking him up right now. This probably isn't a real person. That's not a real person.
Dude, you gotta like check your yearbook or something.
Tony.
We are still with Jordan Wright versus Silva, right? Are you really placing the bet right now, Andrew? You are a fucking degenerate.
I can't from New York, but I'm hoping that we can. Did you guys watch the press conference at all? I didn't see it.
No, but people were talking about this. I was just having something to it. Like I have been betting and updating people. I missed it. I'm going to watch it later.
Is this true at all? I shouldn't even put this on the screen. I have no idea if that's true.
I think he got separated from his girlfriend or whatever it was. That Thai girl that has a twin.
Yeah.
She has a hair like no, she was hot, but do you remember her? Like her hair?
She's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she has a forehead like this, Andrew.
No offense, like no disrespect.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect.
No, she was hot, but
no, she's a pretty girl for sure. I don't know if did we talk about? Did you have anything else to say in the right fight?
Yeah, I played in the Beverly Hills Ninja.
Nice.
What are people saying here? Round 1 plus 1,000 is a must. The Beverly Hills Ninja goes out and makes a bar brawl for 5 minutes. This is a must. And no, I'm being serious right now. Hear me out. This guy can be taken down very easily, and he gives up his back every fucking time. Silva. He has very poor grappling. And the only reason he didn't get submitted like 25 times against Andrew Sanchez is Andrew Sanchez has never taken anyone's back in his fucking life. And the Beverly Hills Ninja does 2 things. He comes out hot, and if you give him your back, he's going to take it. And he can choke people out. He's not that bad. I mean, people always make fun of the guy because he looks like a fucking goof, but he's not horrible. I mean, he's going to die if he doesn't get the finish early, but why not? Submission is plus 1100, man. That's ridiculous. Silva has been submitted in 5 losses. I think the Ninja is going to ship it for the boys. I have a good feeling about this one.
Dude, I would love that. I didn't play right. The reason I didn't, he has, like, to your point, he has good grappling. He just seems like he doesn't like to use it at all, which is kind of frustrating.
Because he's a ninja. Like, would you be grappling if you had that striking? I would be like him. Like, wow. He throws with his eyes closed sometimes. It's incredible. He may be the best fighter in the sport.
if this is the time that Bruno Silva loses and I wasn't betting it, I'll be so mad. I bet against him heavy these past 2 fights, and if I somehow miss this fade, I'm gonna be.
I hope the Ninja keeps winning and we get something like Ninja versus Strickland.
Dude,
or Ninja versus Paulo Costa. Can you imagine? Main event. Paulo Costa versus the Beverly Hills Ninja in Fortaleza, Brazil.
That would be so bad. What do you guys think about the Tuivasa versus Augusto Sakai fight? Jackie first.
Boom, boom.
Tuivasa, I feel like sometimes like these viral superstars kind of get like some hype within like the betting market here and there. Tuivasa, of course, he knocks out Greg Hardy, which like every American sports fan knows Greg Hardy, and like then is shocked that he's not really good in the UFC. But I feel like Greg Hardy was like one punch away from flattening Tuivasa there. And not that I love Augusto Sakai. It's like I lean Sakai. I could be convinced with Tuivasa. I was not impressed with the last. Like, I feel like that was just Greg Hardy being an idiot, like 70 IQ Greg Hardy, which isn't surprising. But like, he was one step away from Greg Hardy flattening him. I still don't know how that knocked Greg Hardy out. I'm thinking back to the punch, but maybe I'm
rushed it.
But yeah, so like, Tuivasa is great, but I don't know. It's even right now. I would look at Sakai.
Yeah, Tuivasa sucks. I mean, you are right. Greg Hardy was one right hand away from killing him, like straight up killing him. He was doing the chicken dance and he threw a overhand left hook. I mean, Greg Hardy is a fucking idiot. He's a bum himself. He had the guy hurt and he jumped into him from all the wrong angle, the worst way possible, out of line. I mean, they are not good. Sakai is better, should win, but who knows? Tuivasa has very little cardio. He has power and he has a brutal low kick for like 3 minutes. After that, he just has power and he's having a stroke. So if you have cardio or something resembling grappling, you beat him. That's it. I have nothing on the fight. I'll be rooting for Tuivasa. He's a funny guy. He's from Australia, but I will make an exception here.
Yeah, I have nothing on this fight. I agree with pretty much everything you guys said. I think these are two, like, I've been low on Sakai for forever. I was pissed about the Arlovsky decision. I regret not betting over him against him. But Tuivasa, to you guys' point, he's a good low kick for a little bit, but then after that, it might just be a slop fest. Like, I don't hate goes the distance on this one either.
What is the over?
1.5 minus 140. But I feel like if it goes over one. But I feel like if it goes over 1.5, it's probably going to go the whole 15. Like, that's kind of what I was saying. Remember last week I was saying that?
I don't know, because Tuivasa, he has a stroke in round 3. Every time he goes to round 3, he's having a stroke. Yeah, that guy I think he could make like heavyweight dieting. I know he's a big boy, but he's fat as fuck.
Yeah,
he's a
no disrespect.
No disrespect.
I don't think that's like an insult to everything. The guy has tits.
Yeah, I'm going to start this next one off, so I don't agree with what you guys said. Pedro Munoz versus Dominic Cruz. This is my favorite spot on the card. I've been talking about it since it got announced. I love Pedro Munoz in the spot. If you watch the early edge, I touched on it there too, but I think the leg kicks are going to make a big difference here. Don't think Dominic Cruz is going to be able to take Munoz down and hold him down. He's a jiu-jitsu world champion. And I think if Dom goes for takedowns, Munoz has a great guillotine. He's going to be in danger. And yeah, Cruz's whole game is built off movement, and I think Munoz is going to seriously disrupt his movement when he kicks the shit out of his leg. So I think Munoz has the finishing upside. He has his leg kicks are going to be there. And I think Cruz is going to need to, like, Cruz's win condition is very thin margins, if that makes sense. Like, his only way to win is a decision where the rounds are like pretty close. Like, almost like I was on him in the Casey Kenny fight, and like I kind of expected him to dominate Casey Kenny a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is a really rough matchup for him. I think he's like, what, 30, 36 now, Dominic Cruz, and he's been pretty inactive. Henry Cejudo drilled his leg with leg kicks, and Pedro Munoz is the best leg kicker in the division. He was landed 20-something leg kicks on Jose Aldo in his last fight. So I'm picking Munoz here. I honestly, when this fight got announced, I was in my head, and Magic, you probably remember this, I was DMing you about it, and I was like, I would maybe consider playing Munoz at -200. And then the line came out and it was like a pick'em. And I was like, what the hell? I was so confused. Like, it was a pick'em with Casey Kenny and I was on Cruz, but this is just a much different fight. I think Pedro Munoz might be the best bet on the card. Maybe I'll eat my words. Maybe I'll get rich. But Jack, what do you think? You agree with me here?
Yeah, I like Munoz. I always have. I thought he won that Edgar fight back in summer of 2020. Aldo, I don't think that didn't drop him that much in my mind. I'm not, I don't like Dominic Cruz in general. I respect him as a fighter. I will say that, did you guys see that clip of them?
Yeah, I saw the entire 10 minutes. He assassinated Cormier.
Good line.
Yeah, and Cormier
Like bad, real bad.
Yeah, so that's so their beef is like, I don't know if it's real or not. Like, it seems like they're friends.
Yeah, it's real. Dominic is like friends with him, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's an awkward guy.
Yeah, so I like Munoz. I agree with everything Andrew said, and I think I like Munoz a lot, and we'll definitely be on him.
Cool. Magic, you gonna round out the Munoz party here?
Yeah, I parlayed Munoz. I expected him to be -200 or so, and he's close to evens. I don't get it. If this was 5 rounds, I would probably max bet Munoz. But yeah, I think he's a very specific style matchup for everyone, and like what Andrew said, it's a very thin margin for Dominic to win this fight. Munoz has one of the best chins in UFC history, and Cruz cannot even finish his dinner. And the way Dominic wins fights is movement and volume and getting takedowns, and he is not very good at keeping people down. And I doubt that he even has that here, because the guillotine for Munoz is going to be there. I mean, people may have forgotten about this, but Munoz has a killer guillotine. So I don't know. Yeah. And the low kicks are going to be there. I feel like he can walk Dominic down here with impunity and throw whatever he wants. I think it's going to be a fucking beating, honestly. But I mean, Dominic is going to run a marathon. Maybe he can make it close, but I don't think so. I think he's going to get beat up. I like Munoz late. Munoz round 3 or decision is +188. That's pretty good.
Cool. I'll stick with you here. Josh Emmett versus Dan 50K Iga. You got anything here?
Yeah, I think Emmett is going to fucking flatten this guy. Like face first or something. Like he did Ricardo Lamas. There is going to be exchanges here and somebody's going to die, and I think it's going to be Ige. He has never been finished, but Emmett is a monster, man. I think he has knocked down pretty much every opponent in his last 5 or 6. I don't know how he didn't knock out Burgos. That was insane.
Yeah.
His previous fights before that are all knockouts, and Ige is a guy that only knows how to go. He doesn't have much physical attributes. He has to go forward and throw heat and volume and try to get people hurt or down. I think Emmett is going to decide where the fight goes. And he's like bigger, more powerful, better wrestler. He probably can get top time and smash him if he wants. But I didn't play Emmett. I played doesn't go distance, +135. Like Emmett inside the distance, +250 is a little bit short in my opinion. But yeah, I think Emmett by knockout.
Jack, you agree with that?
Yeah, he's knocked down his opponent last 6. I think he's an animal.
He's on all the use. All of it.
Yeah, for sure. So I like Emmett. Emmett inside the distance. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like Emmett here. I didn't expect the price to come down that much. Like when I first taped this fight, I think Emmett was like -235, and I was probably going to pass on that. Now it's down at -150. I'm probably going to play it. I mean, Emmett was beating up Shane Burgos with one leg, which is crazy. And then So people are kind of making the argument like, oh, well, he's coming off a knee injury, and it's like, yeah, he's coming off a knee that got fixed. Like, we saw what he did to Burgos when his knee wasn't fixed. So I don't really.
He's a good fighter, man. He's 10
yeah,
years.
he has the wrestling upside in this fight too. Like I think if he wants to, he could get takedowns here on yeah, I agree with this take completely. I think he can get takedowns if he wants to. I think his knockout power, dude, he hits like a freaking truck, man. I like Emmett in this spot. I don't think minus 150 is wide enough. I haven't bet it yet because the price has been coming down. But I'm planning on playing it. Next fight, Sean O'Malley versus Raulian Paiva. I think we may have differing opinions here, Magic. So I'll let you start it off.
Yeah, Paiva is going to fucking die.
Oh, never mind. We don't have different opinions. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, Paiva late.
Man,
blah, blah,
I
blah.
was thinking Paiva by knockout plus 1200, but man, he's a punching bag. He goes forward and it's not very fast, and the counters are going to be there. And I mean, if O'Malley doesn't take him out in 5 minutes, this is going to be a brawl. He's going to be in a fight for his life because Paiva is a berserker. He has that favela hunger, you know. That guy has been poor for sure, like fucking poor. He goes out there and has total disregard for human life. He doesn't give a fuck. He was half conscious on the feet against Kyler Phillips, like he was and still throwing. You have to kill that motherfucker. He's coming for you. And yeah, O'Malley, I mean, I don't like the guy. I think he's a clown, but he's a really talented striker. If he fixes some things, he could be a player in the division. I think he will be. I don't trust his chin, and I think he's not the most durable guy. Every time someone kicks him in the leg, he reacts very, very awkward, but I think this is his fight to lose. I mean, he's fast, he's very powerful and precise, and his timing is crazy. He has crazy timing. I think it's the best thing he has. Paiva is going to go face first into something. O'Malley by submission is a crazy line. He's a very good grappler. I mean, not a very good grappler, but he has good jiu-jitsu. I think people are sleeping on this. I have bet him by submission some fights, and it's going to hit eventually, and people are going to be surprised. But
at the end of that round against Moutinho, do you remember he went for the choke?
Yeah,
there was like 5 seconds
that
left
was
in the
him.
round.
He was about to reverse him and finish it. Like he was on the guillotine and getting on top, and the bell sounded. Yeah, he's a brown belt under Augusto Mendes. Tanquinho, you know him, right? I think he was in the UFC. Tanquinho lost to Garbrandt, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, people may not know him, but Augusto Mendes has been multiple times Jiu-Jitsu world champion, ADCC world champion, no gig world champion of everything basically. He's a very good grappler, and O'Malley is a brown belt under him, and he competes in some grappling competitions and everything. I think it's very live because Paiva is going to get rocked or shoot a desperation shot or something. Who knows? O'Malley is a total clown. Maybe he hurts him and lets him up and tries for some spinning bullshit. I don't know. I hope he keeps winning spectacularly until he faces Peter Yan, and then he gets murdered and we get rich.
Jack, you agree with that? You think Sugar Sean takes this one?
Yeah, I do. It's tough. I remember the Moutinho fight, and it's just like every time someone kicks him in the leg, he like kind of like, I don't know.
He freaks out.
He freaks out. Like, yeah, it's like
I go my leg, it may break again.
Yeah, it's like, crazy. Whoa. It's like, and I don't think Paiva's or the guy that's going to stop him. But there is always that chance that like his leg just gives out. But I think O'Malley's striking's ridiculous. Like, even though Moutinho's like a total trash can, it was on display there.
Moutinho is a fucking legend. Man, he
Bro,
ate like
I got a funny story.
240. I think it was 240 punches that he ate before being stopped, and a lot of them were power shots, clean on the face. And he's a flyweight. How that happened?
Bro, we saw him in the airport the morning after. We saw Moutinho in the airport, dude. He looked like
the elephant man, right? Like the elephant man.
He literally looked like a raccoon, bro. I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't even say anything to him. Like it was scary.
You should have asked for a photo.
Dude. Nah, dude. But yeah, I saw him. He looked like a freaking.
Someone said
raccoon.
O'Malley submission is like plus 1900 kind of shit line. What line do you want? Like, what do you want? Plus 1500?
Yeah, maybe he means that it was like a bad line, like the book made a bad line.
I don't think so. Or he worded it very poorly.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. But yeah, I like Sean here. I went into tape thinking like, oh, Pive is tough, this, that,
Yeah,
and
he's
was
too open.
yeah, he's so open to getting hit. And I was like, oh, I want to see O'Malley in a dogfight. And I still do want to see him in a dogfight, but this just isn't the spot. I actually think this line could be even wider, and I think O'Malley probably gets a really nice knockout. And the other thing people don't really talk about enough is that O'Malley's striking defense is good. Like he's very hard to hit. Like even when he's kind of like moving around and not necessarily throwing a ton of volume, he's pushing that throwing that push kick to the body. He's chopping at the leg. So I don't know. I think he's going to be hard to beat in a striking fight. I'm not sold on his wrestling yet, but Paiva is not going to be the one to get takedowns and wrestle him here. So I'm rolling with Sugar Sean.
Moutinho fighting Canetti, man. I saw that. Someone said it. Amazing fight. Chris Moutinho versus Guido Canetti.
I think Canetti's going to win.
I don't know, man. Moutinho put it on O'Malley. He's coming, bro. Don't sleep on flyweight, Moutinho. Or this is at bantamweight. I think he's a flyweight, but I don't know where he's fighting. I'm at bantamweight. But
I will
flyweight,
say, though, I would love O'Malley against Jan. Those quotes that he was saying about Jan, I don't know. Like, I think O'Malley knows what he's doing. Like, he's kind of building his own character and whatnot. But like, I think Jan, like, it wouldn't be safe.
Man, Jan is the best fighter in the sport. He's a murderer. Yeah. He will do horrible things to O'Malley.
Yeah,
I don't know. He will go like high guard, walking towards O'Malley, throwing leg kicks until he got him down or something, and then he will like do violence on him.
Do you think O'Malley would beat Yanez? It's a good fight, I think.
I don't know if he will beat him, but he will lead him up for sure. Because Yanez is not very big, but he's short. I don't know, and doesn't really kick. That's a good fight. I would probably pick O'Malley. I don't know. I would have to think about it. Man, but Jan, I hope it happens because all these Twitch kids and O'Malley fans are going to bet him against Jan. If they give me Jan even money against O'Malley, maybe the first ever 50 unit bet.
Dude, and then he's like whipping his ass and throws another illegal knee, and then I need to like let you sleep on the couch.
Yeah, Jan wants to kill people, man. He hates people. Like when people say something to him, I hope he did yoga or something if that fight happens before the fight, because if not, he will do something illegal 100%. Like soccer kick to back of the head on the ground or something. The guy is crazy.
Yeah. We have 90 live viewers right now, so thanks everyone for tuning in. Next fight, we're going to roll into the flyweight debut of Cody Garbrandt. Jack Mack, do you think Cody's going to make a run at 25, or do you think this is a bad idea?
I never disliked Garbrandt. Like, I just kind of took him as is. I can't imagine his chin's going to get any better down here. I guess something happened at the weigh-in. I don't know if that will really affect it. Or not weigh-in, at the press conference. I don't know if that will affect him much. I don't really like Cachuera France. I'm interested to see how he looks down here. Like, I think he's talented. It's just I don't have like a very confident take on this at all. This would probably be one I would just kind of sit out, maybe enjoy it if you can enjoy this fight.
Cool. Magic. Cody, Cachuera France.
You could take Cachuera France in a fight?
Me? Probably not. No, probably not.
What a pussy. He's like 38.
Do you think I could?
I don't know about you, but I could.
You think you could? Fair enough.
I mean a street fight. In the octagon, I don't know. In a street fight, in a bar, man.
Yeah, like what would be different? Like, what are you're not gonna put your back to?
I may smash a Jack Daniels bottle in his head or something.
Yeah, you could say that about like Ngannou too.
No, man. Like, imagine you have to fight someone like Khabib in a bar. What is he going to do? You think Khabib is going to strike? He's going to shoot a single. Like, what is going to stop me from breaking my glass on his neck or something? I'm half serious here.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, you don't think like Khabib could just punch you too?
Khabib? Man,
yeah.
I will box his face up. Khabib would kill me, man. That guy is a menace.
Dude, you should have been like, yeah, I'll stay on the outside, use a jab, like pump the leg kicks,
And
like Gaethje was.
Khabib must be a killer in a street fight. That guy will 100% bite you in the neck and kill you like a lion or something. He's crazy.
He's probably been in a lot growing up, I would bet. Like in the mountains, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that clip of him and Tony Ferguson talking about street fights.
Yeah, Ferguson was saying, I'm from Oxford. And he's like, Oxford, what is this Oxford?
And then he's like, I'm from Mountain. That's an awesome.
He goes like, brother, I eat you in a street fight.
It's like, brother, I'm from Mountain.
This is different, brother. This is not America.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Bro, you just did that voice perfectly.
Habib was low key still is like one of the funniest dudes ever. He didn't try to be, but he was
very smart guy too. He was
yeah.
What do you think about the Cachuera France spot?
Yeah, Garbrandt is one of the stupidest guys in the sport ever. So he's reliable to go out and exchange against someone that can only beat him exchanging. And his chin, I don't know, against Font, the guy cannot take a punch, and then he goes out against Rob Font, and he's Marvin Hagler. You cannot kill the guy. I don't know what was going on there. I lost a lot of money on Font by knockout. So yeah, maybe he goes down there and just cannot take a punch. I played Garbrandt. I think he should be a much bigger favorite. Like, Cachuera France is a massive fraud in my opinion. He's like fast and he's from Australia. He's like this tall. He has some power, but I don't think he really punches that hard. Like, it looks very good when he throws hands because he's like 3'8", so all his punches are going upwards. You know what I mean? And it looks like a fucking video game, but he's not good.
Yeah, bro.
That comment.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
That the guy just said.
Yeah, it was great.
Did say that Habib had never been stuffed in like a locker or like a trash can.
What? What was that?
Habib was like, brother, I'm from Mountain.
Yeah, he killed me when he said, like, Tony was, I'm from Oxnard, motherfucker. And he's like, what is this Oxford?
Yeah, dude, that was all time. I think, I wasn't planning on playing this fight when the line first came out, and now that it's coming down, I think Cody is the clear side. I mean, unless he's completely shot from that weight cut, which like I don't think he will. He wasn't a big 35-pounder. Like people are comparing.
Man, he was a big. I don't know what was going on there, but he was big when he fought Cruz, and then you remember when he beat Dominic?
Yeah.
The press conference after that fight, he was calling out Jose Aldo at 145 and Conor McGregor. He was calling out for a fight with Conor McGregor. I mean, and you are now coming down and telling that you were not big and you have to go down to flyweight. I don't know what he was taking. Allegedly, I don't want to get sued by his manager, but he became suddenly much smaller for the TJ fights. Look into it.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely check that out. But
it's not an easy weight cut. What I mean is that this is a tough weight cut.
Yeah,
this guy's not a flyweight.
I think he's going to have a better cut than TJ, though. I will say, I think TJ was carrying a little bit more muscle than Cody was.
I hope we get Cody versus Davison Figueiredo.
Dude, Davison, I think he's done at 25. After
Davison is beating Moreno, man. He's going to be champion again. Oh yeah, he's going. He went.
The way you said that was so funny. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. He beat the shit out of him the first time. The second time, bad weight cut or whatever. But he went with Cejudo. Why do you think everybody's going to Cejudo's camp? I mean, I don't want to go to court with Ali Abdelaziz, but Paulo Costa is going there. Giri's going there. That Albarracin orange juice is excellent after training.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point.
I'm telling you, he's going to make 125 easy and look like the Hulk and kill Moreno. Just watch.
Someone clip that, and then if it happens, I want to see Magic getting credit for it on Twitter.
For sure, people are clipping this and taking notes. All the haters. We have a lot of haters watching, I think.
You think?
Magic said he will beat Khabib in a bar fight. Someone is going to tweet that.
That's very funny. Yeah, that was great. Santiago Ponzinibio versus Jeff DWI Neal. Jack, what do you think?
Man. Driving under the influence to the top.
Yeah, like if you're Jeff Neal, and you're looking at this like he may be fighting for his job. Like this would be what 3 straight losses, and
No,
then
he's on
that.
two. He's
No,
like Thompson and Magny, I think.
So like, I mean, hopefully, but with that, along with the, I mean, Dana probably isn't a fan of just what happened with the DWI, the weapon, or like who knows if that. I'm sure maybe something happened there, whatever. I feel like he's the play. I could be wrong. I was very like I feel like Magny just magnied him, but I'm not impressed by Santiago. I never have been. I also like just don't like his vibes in general. Like he's very like he's a big fan of himself, which I guess you have to be. But like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of him. Just not a fan of Santiago at all.
Man, I'm just reading the comments right now. This guy Habib will straight up slam you to death, man. You are counting me out here. Don't sleep on me. Remember that I have sparked him before. That was a banger tweet. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Geoff Neal. I have nothing on the fight because the fight is lined pretty good. I think all around. I favor him, but I don't know, man. I mean, being driving around drunk cannot be good. 2 weeks away from the fight. And Ponzinibio, I thought he lost against Baeza. And a lot of people were trashing me because I bet Baeza big. And after the fight, I said, I have Baeza 2-1. I watched the fight again and I still thought Baeza won. He won the first half of round 2 and hurt him. And yeah, Ponzinibio out-volumed him, whatever. I think he lost. So yeah, I don't know. I think Neal by decision plus 550 is a bit of... I don't know. He's the bigger puncher, but that doesn't have much volume. I get it. Like Ponzinibio spams a lot of volume. If there is some grappling upside here, it's probably Geoff Neal's. So yeah, I don't know. I'm passing. I'm rooting for Neal 100%. DUA.
Yeah. I was initially probably gonna pass on this fight when it was a pick'em. I thought Neal was probably like just a bit of slight favorite, but I didn't really feel too strong about it. I feel like it'll probably be a pretty close striking fight, but I think Neal is a little bit faster, and that's why I favor him. I have a feeling as this fight gets closer, people are just going to buy right into the DUI narrative and push Ponzinibio up to a bigger favorite. And if Neal gets to like plus 125, I might take a poke at it, which I think could happen. But yeah, I don't feel too strongly about the fight either way. Have a feeling... I was about to say I have a feeling none of us have a strong opinion on this next fight, but I just remembered that Magic is going to bet on Juliana Pena to beat Amanda Nunes. So
I don't know. Maybe people don't know because I tweeted that meme and people are slow.
What's that?
Are you waiting on me to start?
Yeah. I want you to start the because you were going to bet Juliana Pena, right?
Yeah, I did bet Juliana Pena. I mean, I everybody acts like Nunes is the second coming of Jesus, but look who she has fought and how it went. Okay, she killed Cyborg, but this is not rocket science. If you make her work, she gas is bad, like real bad. She almost lost against Jermaine the Randami. She was having a fucking heart attack, and the Randami cannot grapple at all, and she was having a heart attack. If Pena is alive after 10 minutes, this is going to be a fight. I think Pena late round props are a must on principle, plus 3,300 each round. I mean, I cannot resist. Pena by submission plus 1,900. I mean, come on. I also played, I think it's pretty good. Fight ends by submission. Plus 3, it's like plus 333, something like that. Fight ends by submission, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I just hope Pena doesn't come out and strikes, because if she strikes, Nunes is going to put her head in the third row. She's going to get killed if she comes out and exchanges. But yeah, that's it. Did you watch like the countdown show?
I didn't.
Yeah, nobody did. It had like the which is Dustin versus Oliveira countdown. You know, you have it like separated if you want, not the full episode. The Dustin versus Oliveira one has like, when I watched it was like 700k views, and the Pena versus Nunes one was 60k views. She's getting pay-per-view points, right? she's robbing the UFC. This is
Yeah,
legalized
bro.
bank robbery.
She's robbing the UFC.
Yeah, not the other way. People are always shitting on Dana, man. I wouldn't pay Nunes 500K or whatever she's taking. Nobody gives a shit about her fight. Man, I watched the countdown, and how is this? I mean, no disrespect again, but how is it possible that someone living for so long in the States speaks like that?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. She doesn't know how to speak English. It looks like she just came off the airport. Bro, they are interviewing the girl, and she goes like, I tweeted it. It was just an invented sentence. She was like, I have the belt so they can come in. I can gonna defend it whatever who. And the cameraman is like, it's crazy. I don't know what's the issue. The same with Ponzinibio. I don't know what is it. But yeah, I hope Peña doesn't die. If she dies, she dies. I'm playing the value here.
Cool. Jack, you think Juliana's got a shot?
Yeah, I mean, I like Nunes is great and all, but I kind of agree with Magic a little bit. Like, she's not like that impressive. Like thinking about her last, but like Megan, like, like I don't know.
Do you think you could take Megan Anderson?
Could you take Megan Anderson? Like I don't know.
She's big, man. She's big.
She's big. Yeah, she's big. Like no
Her takedown defense is fucking terrible.
Olympic wrestler Andrew Gombas will go in there and do a job on Megan Anderson.
Yeah,
bro, I wouldn't even have to be me. You could blindfold some random guy in the street and say, "Here, shoot a double at me."
I know,
but yeah, like, and then like the fact that she couldn't finish Felicia Spencer was like also kind of a red flag to me. It's like you're supposed to be this goat, and like. And Felicia's like
Spencer is a punching bag. She has even the same shape as the bag and everything.
Like
yeah, read this one.
Jack Masper, Jack Mahoof.
Jack Mehoff, get it? Like Jack...
Oh, there we go. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But
what is
like,
6 years?
I mean, all things considered, like yeah, Nunes would probably win, but like one of these days, like she's gonna. Also, I feel like she's probably gonna like getting a little bit more lazy and like who.
I mean, this fight got moved, and I know from good sources that she was not training.
Yeah, like,
and she said she got COVID, and apparently she tested negative, and Peña was calling the UFC out for this. I think she just couldn't make the weight, and they have to move the fight. That's my theory, but whatever.
Like, I feel like Peña. I mean, she's nothing special, but like yeah, I've never been. I was thinking back when I was thinking about this fight about Nunes, like outside of the Cyborg fight, which I bet she was like that was her fight, like her.
I bet her by knockout and inside distance, everything. That was a great line, but after that, there has never been value.
It's just been kind of like to me. Like she just goes out there, does her job, gets her 500K, and then like or whatever she gets, probably more than that, and then like takes.
I don't think she gets more.
And then takes like does her photo shoots and stuff. Like, I mean, good for her. Like, get your money. But like, yeah, she's not flattening people. So
cool. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I think like it's crazy how there's some people who think Nunes is pound for pound #1 for women's because like skill wise, Valentina is like
much better. But people can argue about this for years on Twitter. They can think whatever they want. If you do, no disrespect, but if you think she's better than Shevchenko skills wise, I mean, watch another sport, maybe hockey or something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was getting at as well. Like she's good, but she's not as good as people make her out to be. Like she's just so physical and she's so much bigger and stronger than these girls, and the competition's just not there. Like I don't know. I've seen some people putting like Nunes -1,000 in parlays this week, and I just
she's -1,000 already.
Yeah, like at that point, you're not really gambling. You're not really betting like to get value. You're just kind of betting to bet, which I'm not a fan of. But I don't really care about that fight from a betting perspective. Maybe if like Peña's still alive after a round or two, maybe live
she's
better.
going to be a good live entry if she's alive, because if she's alive, she's probably going to be all beat up. So she's maybe going to be like plus 1,500 or something. But yeah. You think Nunes is going to keep the belt and defend it? against whatever who.
What's that?
You think she's going to keep the belt, like she says, and defend it?
Dude, I can't see her making 135 like much
I
longer.
think she's going to miss. I said this earlier in the week. I think she's going to miss. Maybe she doesn't, and I look like a complete idiot. And she's all jacked and kills Peña in 20 seconds.
Could happen.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
It's a small gloves.
Yep. You never know. That's a 4-ounce glove. That's why they do the fight. We're on to the main event. Before we dive into this, thank you, Jack, again for joining us, having a blast. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We've got 95 live viewers right now. Jack, why don't you drive this home? Main event, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, 155-pound strap on the line. Tell me who's going to take this belt home.
All right. No, yeah, but yeah, first off, thanks for having me. 2, 95 people watching. Only 23 of you have liked the video. Like the video. It costs 0 cents to like the video. So go like the video right now because I just like it. This is free. Both these guys give out their plays for free on this, and you can't even like the video. Cheap fucks. But Oliveira and Poirier, Big Ev and I, former guests on this podcast, we were talking about how much Magic loves making fun of Poirier and his magic or his peanut brain. I
like him. I don't hate him, but he's just not very smart. I mean, those are the facts.
No respect.
No,
I mean, no, but listen, sometimes I say this fight is stupid or this and that. I admire all the fighters in the octagon, but if someone is stupid, that's an element for capping the fight. I mean, this guy may go out and jump guillotine on Charles Oliveira. He's reliable to do that because he's not very smart.
Yeah, he's I can't get off of Oliveira in terms of who I want to bet for this. Nothing huge or anything. I was looking at if Oliveira can shoot on Poirier and take him down, I feel like that's going to be a massive advantage. I don't know if Oliveira can do that, but I see it potentially happening. And then, I mean, it was against Khabib, but
man, sorry. This guy said he has Oliveira rounds 1, 2, 3 plus 250. Man, inside the distance is plus 240.
So yeah, I mean, Oliveira, I feel like it's not my best read. I don't feel that confident on my best player on the card, but I do see a potential winning path for him, and I think it's over 50%, at least in my mind, or right around 50%. You're getting some value there. Poirier, it's just how impressive are his 2 wins against McGregor? I'm a big McGregor guy, but it seems like the public and whatnot are just that may be overinflating him a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm on Oliveira.
No, I wasn't making a face at your comments. I was making a face at what that guy said.
Oh,
I don't want you to get the wrong idea.
Even if it wasn't my comments, I don't care.
No, dude. Someone said that Charles Oliveira is 50-50 against any lightweight in the top 15, which is just a kind of a wild take.
Man, Joel Alvarez is 90-10 against Oliveira.
That was the quote of the day. What do you got in this fight?
I'll let you start because this is going to take me a while, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll be quick with this one. I have nothing on the fight right now. I actually don't hate fight doesn't go the distance as a parlay piece. I know it's minus 300 in some spots, minus 350, which I'm pretty sure that Charles Oliveira has had 39 pro fights and 36 of them have finished within the first 3 rounds. So he's just not I can't ever see him going 5. I think he's a good shot to. I think his KO is being a little bit underrated here. People are saying he's gonna need to take he's gonna need to take Poirier down, but he's not that great technically striking, but he comes forward and he hits hard. And if he hurts Poirier with a right straight and he dives at the neck, I don't think that's unreasonable. But I obviously Poirier is the better striker. He's good power, he's good technique. But when I rewatched the Khabib fight, obviously Khabib's a sick grappler, but I didn't like how quickly Khabib advanced on the ground against him in some of those spots. And we all know Poirier hasn't shown to have the best fight IQ, so I could see him doing something stupid and kind of engaging in a firefight, engaging in grappling rather than just kind of picking his shots and putting Oliveira away. So I say all that to say that I think I'm picking Poirier, but I definitely wouldn't play him at this line. I think like some of these alternate unders are pretty good. Like I think I minus 188 on 3.5 rounds at one point, which I think is pretty good. But not all books have access to that. But what do you think?
Yeah, first of all, fight doesn't go the distance. I got my minus 295 all over the place. I got like 9 units compromised on this. This is the line of the year, should be minus 2000. How is this going 5 rounds?
No idea.
Like Oliveira has never seen a 4th round. I don't think we are seeing a 3rd round here, and it's a 5-round fight. Yeah, that guy is right. Joel Alvarez will kill Khabib. He retired. He went running. He probably watched the Danilo Belvardo fight, and he said, "Oh, I'm done with this sport." But yeah, I was thinking about this fight for long, and man, Oliveira is a horrible matchup for him. Like, but the thing with Charles is you cannot trust his chin. His chin is a huge liability. He gets hurt, and he's kind of a quitter. I know people say, "Oh no, he has improved in his quitting. He's not such a quitter anymore." Once a quitter, always a quitter. If you put him through the grinder, he's going to quit. But I mean, he doesn't move his head. That's the issue with the guy. He doesn't have a great chin, and he doesn't move his head. It's always on the center line. He's very Muay Thai based, and everybody explosive like Chandler or Alexander Hernandez. I'm not joking. That guy's with explosive that cover distance with a right hand. He's fucked. But Poirier is not that guy. And outside of his chin issues, I think he's all wrong for Poirier. He's the better grappler. He can get takedowns here. Poirier is not a good wrestler. Look at who he has fought and beat, and who he has got out wrestled by. Jim Miller was out grappling this guy. I mean, Oliveira can do whatever he wants here. I feel he's going to come out grappling and get a body lock takedown. He's a very underrated grappler in the sense of he's not a good wrestler, but he makes it work for his jiu-jitsu. And he has improved a lot lately. Very remarkable. He has a double leg now. He's very, very good from the body lock position. And I think if Poirier finds himself on bottom here early, he's going to be absolutely fucked. And Dustin is a guy that loves to give up his back. When the opponent got him in the body lock, he always gives up his back. He gives up his back getting up. He's hittable himself. I mean, he's a very good boxer and durable, and that's about it. I'm scared he may hurt Oliveira any moment, but outside of that, I feel Oliveira is the side. I don't know why he's plus 150. I mean, guys, I think this is a huge market overreaction because Poirier just beat Conor McGregor twice, and Conor McGregor is the biggest name in the sport. And I mean, no disrespect to Poirier, but look at his run. He was on one leg against Gaethje, hurt him, and finished the fight. Then Khabib absolutely raped him, like raped the guy. He was crying in the octagon and everything. Took his soul. Like, he took his soul. He probably was crying for a week. That was sad to watch. I felt bad. And then he fought Conor. I mean, not taking anything away from the guy, but the first fight of this couple, like the second fight between them, he gets his head boxed bad for 1 round and hurt. And okay, he was leg kicking Conor, but be honest, you were watching that fight, and what were you thinking? Because I was thinking Conor needs to watch out for these kicks. Not Conor is going to be a one-legged fighter after one more, and he suddenly, I don't know, crumbled or something, and the fight was over. Okay, props to him. And the second fight, man, that was a fucking meme of a fight. Like, he was probably hurt when he jumped guillotine already in the ankle or whatever. He didn't try to get up. He got up very easily in the first fight. Second fight, didn't even try to get up. I mean, I'm not making excuses for Conor McGregor. I like Conor McGregor. I know people are going to come after me and say, oh, he's a fanboy, he's making excuses. I don't give a fuck if your leg is broken. If you signed for the fight and you show up, it's on you. Should have pulled out or whatever. I think he was hurt when he jumped guillotine, and then that happened. Got pounded out, got up and broke his leg, whatever. So what? I think Chandler is a much more difficult fight for Oliveira than Poirier. And I bet Chandler that night, and after watching the fight, okay, he lost. I think Chandler is the favorite against Oliveira if they fight again. Like, he did everything he could do wrong, possibly, he did wrong. He got taken down, he jumped guillotine, he got his back taken, he got up, he hurt the guy, face planted Oliveira. Instead of letting him up, he dives into his guard stupidly, and then he got caught in the first exchange. Okay, whatever. I think Poirier is a much easier fight for Oliveira. I hope he doesn't die. Like, Poirier is just that guy. You know what I mean? Like, some people like, and he's never going to be champion. And he's going to be like a folklore thing, like a hipster fighter everybody knows, like Condit 2.0, never champion, Dustin Poirier, the uncrowned champion for eternity. He's just like that guy. Think about it. Hope he wins, honestly. I mean, I want Oliveira to win, but I hope he gets the belt like, just one time.
Nah, screw him, bro. Before we head out, I have to pack because I am going to these fights tomorrow. I'm flying to Vegas.
Excuse me. I played Oliveira inside the distance. If it was not clear enough, I played Oliveira inside the distance pretty big.
I guess that wasn't clear. I just wanted to make sure we did our Lambo parlays this week because people were giving me a hard time for not doing it last week. Do you want to start? Who wants to start? Jack, you got anything in mind? You want to look real quick? What are you thinking? We need something big. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow. I'm gonna put something in once I'm at the sports book. You betting slips at Vegas? Yeah.
You have to be careful. Maybe some fighter we have trust here gets you there. Like fucking smash you in the swimming pool, in the pool party.
We'll see.
You have to watch out.
Maybe
Kaikara France comes out throwing at you after the event.
They'll do nothing. Dude, if anyone, it would be Poirier. I've said worse about him than anyone. In a wrestling match, I would do it. In a fight, no way.
Do you think you beat Poirier in a wrestling match?
Yeah, dude. I hope so.
Poirier is like 200 pounds out of camp. That guy is a big dude.
So am I. How much were the tickets for the UFC event?
I don't know. I think I will take Poirier, but we are still friends.
In wrestling, like if we put on singlets and had a wrestling match, you would take Poirier. That'd be a max.
I have never seen you wrestle now. I saw you wrestle as a kid. I mean, you were all right, but you weren't Jordan Burroughs. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, the videos you're referring to were at Fargo, which is the hardest tournament in the world, which I was one match away from being an All-American and tore my shoulder.
You weren't good enough to make it.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But what do you got for parlays?
Jack is going to start, right?
All right, yeah. Okay, I'll go. Maverick round 3. Right inside the distance. And then Oliveira by submission.
Cool.
That would probably
minus 110.
It's easy to talk all that smack from Spain. But if one of these fighters gives him a problem, you know who he's gonna call to back him up.
Yeah, I'll be like, Andrew, can you fly over the Atlantic right now?
He's going to be like, Cody Garbrandt's here, and he heard that I called him 20 IQ, so I need your help.
Man, Cody Garbrandt would kill me, probably. But if I hit him once, just once, I put him in the hospital, I'm telling you. He would probably kill me.
Bro, this has been one of my favorite podcasts yet.
The one of the themes, I think it's only been brought up like 2 or 3 times, but when Magic talks about the high school, I know the wrestling tournament that you're talking about, just from like my buddies wrestling. That's one of my favorite themes when he brings up, and he's like, you weren't very good.
Yeah, bro. Like I was around to 12 at Fargo, and I tore my labrum. So I was 4-0 in freestyle. Tore my labrum. Wrestled my next 2 matches with one arm and lost.
The same happened to me. I got a knee injury. I was going to play for Real Madrid, but the knee fucked me up. I was the top scorer.
God damn it. All right, whose turn is it for the parlay? Is it mine?
Again, I just made some before the podcast.
Okay, go ahead.
Munoz by submission. Robertson by knockout. Costa versus Kelly ends by submission, and Perez by knockout. 15 to win 39,000.
I'm just going to leave this up for everyone to see real quick.
Man, that was very depressing performance, Andrew.
I am not impressed with
you know what happened also? There are like at least 4 or 5 Andrew wrestling matches on YouTube. He was like big high school wrestling star.
No, I wasn't. I was.
I watched all of them, you know. And then I wanted to share one that he won. He won 2 and lost 2 out of those, or like that. And I shared the wrong one. I shared one where he lost. I'm sorry for that. I didn't tell you, I think, but yeah, you lost the one I posted.
What the hell?
I can't hear you right now, Jack. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, yeah.
Did you go to high school in Jersey?
Yeah, I went to high school in Jersey and college in Pennsylvania.
Where'd you
Do
go?
you know Tony Donald?
Yeah, do you know Tony Donald? What high school did you go to?
I'll DM it to you. Like I don't want
Okay,
people
yeah, my
knowing
bad, my
what high
bad.
school.
Yeah, yeah, I was just checking for Tony Donald. Maybe they got me and you mixed up or something.
Tony Donald. My turn, parlay. Someone asked. Yeah, I have. I've known him my whole life. He's like insanely good at wrestling. He coaches for Rutgers now. He's no Jordan Burroughs, though. Yeah, that is
Why
very
are you
true.
not coaching if you were so good? I'm joking, man.
No, I mean someday I would maybe like to coach, but it's hard, like, because I live in the city and there's not like a lot of wrestling here. If I was in the suburbs, maybe,
Man,
but
wrestling doesn't even exist here. Basically, you have to
Yeah.
look for it. Like there is one gym here that does wrestling. But I don't know if we are ever got a male wrestler in the Olympics. Can you
I
go
don't
like
think
one
so.
per country, or do you have to classify?
Well, you would have to. Well, they
I
don't
know
even
there is a
have it,
woman
though.
from here, from around where I live, that she was wrestling in the Olympics. She probably
Oh,
sucked.
really? Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
you have to, like, it could be from wherever if you qualify, but it's hard to, like, you have to go to like a tournament to qualify the weight class. Like USA has to send their guy to like a qualifying tournament, and he needs to place like top
then
3.
we are 100% not making it. We'd win soccer or something. Yeah, wrestling
Yeah,
is not the
soccer
thing
for
here.
sure. All right, let me do this parlay and then I'll get out of here. Oliveira Poirier fight doesn't go the distance. I like Pedro Munoz straight, Miranda Maverick straight, and then the fight doesn't go the distance in the Robertson Cachuera fight.
And that is like plus 200.
No, it is not. It is absolutely
What
not.
is it? That cannot be more than plus 300.
That's like plus 1,000 probably.
No, no way. Like no
I'll do
way.
it. I'll do it right now.
Munoz is evens. Maverick is minus 120. Like Robertson doesn't go, is minus 200 or so, and Oliveira is minus 300.
Hang on. I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna do. It's got to be at least 500.
Yeah. Dear viewers, make sure you place like $20 on Andrew's parlay because you are going to Cuba after this.
The fee.
Bro, that is ridiculous.
They just said that is a fiat.
That is a punto parlay.
God damn, I'm getting
That's a great
cooked by
comment.
this. Dude, it's funny because the first time we ever did this, like it caught me off guard. The first time we did this, like you guys caught me off guard with the Lambo parlay, and I only did like 3 legs. You were like, bro, that's not even like plus 250. I'm like, I guess this is not my thing. And then next week I came out and put like everything. Take
You see
subs,
that one?
Andrew. Yeah,
Andrew
that's
looking
so
to buy
good.
a scooter with that parlay.
That's hilarious. I'm doing it now on DraftKings to see what it is.
I can tell you on best fight odds. No problem. I'm telling you that is like plus 250 or so. You said Oliveira doesn't go, right?
Yeah, I think it's got to be plus 500 now that I think
Oliveira
about it.
doesn't go. Maverick, Munoz, and Robertson doesn't go, right?
Yep.
Plus 557. How is it possible?
Yep, told you.
You were right, Andrew.
What's that meme with the guy from the Michael Jordan documentary? Like the guy with the mustache and the white hair where he's like,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I know that one.
yeah, that one. All right, I gotta run. I gotta pack, dude. I'm leaving for the airport in a few hours, but appreciate you for coming on, Jack. Magic and I would love to have you back anytime. Thank you guys for joining us, and if you don't mind, leave a like, leave a comment. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.
Subscribe.
Thanks.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
subscribe too. That's
We
important.
need 1,000 followers before YouTube pays us for this. So yeah, subscribe. We need 400 more.
Hell yeah. Peace, guys.
Bye.